What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to a new video on the Red Wonders channel. It's again another top 5. I don't know when the last one was out, but this one is out now. It's top 5 centre mids, CDMs and cams all mixed into one category. And of course I couldn't be joined with anybody else but Pete. He didn't really like the last one, but I've got him back here. I've dragged him back here.
I'm here to put forward my W opinions.
Oh Jesus. Some of them in the last video was horrendous. Jay Donnelly being the main one, but let's move into number 5.
Number 5 on my list is a man who plays for a team currently top of the league in the Irish League. I've gone with Frank Soule.
At the time of recording, top of the league.
You never know, the Reds could be top of the league by this time. But gone Soule as my number 5. He was a type 1 for my list, but he just makes it in at number 5 for me.
Soule's not going to my team. Do you know who's going to my number 5? A Glens player. In the centre mid. The bald man himself. Big Hervoy Plum. Is going in my number 5 spot. Is that alright with you, Pete?
He is on my list. Well,
that's actually alright.
Bit of a teaser, but he's
a bit of a teaser.
Bit higher up for me.
I just think he's quality, but Pete will probably talk a lot more than I do about him. But let's move into number 4. Moving into number 4, I've got a man from Inver Park. I've gone for Leroy Miller. He's in my number 4 out of the top 5. He's just a player who can bring assists and goals to the squad. He's shown it this season at Larne from Ballymena last season. But I just think he's a quality midfielder in that centre mid role. If you want 4, Pete?
I've gone for a Reds man in my number 4. I've gone with Craigie Gallagher in the number 4 for me. I was going to put him higher, but I think that would be too biased. But he's number 4 for me. I think he just makes it on the list.
That's a decent shout. Wait to see where I put my favourite player.
He's going to have Daggerty top and
top 3.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's move on to number 3.
Into the top 3, into the podium. I've gone with a man Nathan's already said. I've gone with Plum from Glentoran. I think just a solid midfielder in general, and I think he's a great player.
I've gone for... This is a tough one.
If he doesn't say Roman Doherty in 3rd and he has him 2nd.
On my list, I've wrote down Chris Shields. But I'm going to go with Roman Doherty in number 3. I want to say him number 1 now, but he's my number 3. In my opinion, he just runs that midfield for Clonmel. Craigie Gallagher does a few things, but the Doc spreads the ball. He's everywhere. If you look on the pitch, he'll be at the left wing. If it needs pressed, he'll be on the right wing if it needs pressed. He'll be wherever you want to be.
Let's talk about the Dundalk game. Sean Moore's goal. It was a brilliant assist.
I'll admit that was a great ball. It was a great ball. We have to start talking about some of Doherty's assists as well. Remember that game last season against Carrick? We wouldn't have been in the title race. We wouldn't have been in the title race if it wasn't for them 2 goals from the Doc. But anyway, I just think he's not even close to Craigie Gallagher. I think he's clear Craigie Gallagher. But let's get into number 2. Into number 2, Pete, who are you going for?
I've gone the Crusaders for my 2nd top midfielder. I've gone with Larry, who currently right now is the 2nd top goal scorer in the league from midfield. And I think you've got to be high up on the list. If you're getting 12 goals from midfield halfway through the season, I think he's a quality player.
Agreed. But I've went for Chris Shields in number 2. I just think he breaks down that midfield so well. But I don't think he's better than my number 1. And Chris Shields is so good. Last year I think he won Player of the Year. He's so good. He's been unreal for Linfield this season as well. But I do think that Chris Shields is not as good as my number 1 and how much number 1 means to their club. But anyway, let's move into number 1.
Lastly, our number 1 midfielder in the league, and I've gone with someone Nathan's already said. I have gone with Chris Shields as my number 1. I think he's the best midfielder in the league, and I think he's a quality player, and he always seems to play well against the Reds. So he's top of the list for me.
For me, I've went for somebody Pete's already said. I went for the 2nd top goal scorer in the league, Philip Larry. I think he means so much. The Cruise, but I can see why I went Chris Shields first as well, because he is quality. Is Lowry alright for first?
I think it's alright, but there's a few less W opinions down the list,
What do you mean?
like Ronan Doherty
Oh my
even
god.
being in the list.
I mean, Ronan Doherty's been unreal this season, and he was one of Clinton's best players last season. Yes, he was. Don't even lie. He's better than Craigie Aller last season.
Do you not remember that goal against Clinton? The
Oh
won us the league. You said we wouldn't have been in a title race if it wasn't for Doherty.
Yeah, that was more vital.
We wouldn't have been in a title race if it wasn't for Craig.
No, we wouldn't be in a title race if it wasn't for Taverner at Ballymena away.
I would have meant if he wasn't the referee, we would have won the title.
Exactly. So we'll blame it on Taverner.
Because of the best winger in the league.
Let us know if you want to see a ranking referees video.
That is definitely
It's definitely on the list.
definitely on the list.
But anyway, cheers for watching. Pete, thanks for being on the video.
No problem, remember.
I
Happy to give my opinion.
don't see a Cricky Gallagher's in there, but we'll go past that one. Cheers for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.